If you've watched a great blue heron hunting for a meal, you know that they usually wait patiently for something to swim nearby. But this great blue heron decided to change up on its feeding behavior. It decided to let a crew do the hard work for it. And they have absolutely no idea. Welcome back to Wondering About Nature. Last week at Conestoga River Park, I caught something that stopped me in my tracks. A great blue heron working one of the most clever fishing strategies I've ever watched in the field. And it all comes down to who to follow. These are common mergansers, the same diving ducks we've been watching on the Susquehanna since the winter. But here on the shallower Conestoga River, something different is happening. Instead of diving deep, they're working the shallows together, churning and splashing through the water, stirring up everything on the bottom. For small fish, that's a catastrophe. But for a heron waiting in the shallows, that's an opportunity. Watch what this great blue heron does. Every time the mergansers move forward, the heron moves with them. He's not ahead of them, just a little behind. It's very deliberate. The mergansers flush small fish out of the vegetation and off the bottom. Those fish scatter in every direction. And right there waiting at the edge of the chaos is the heron. Strike after strike, it's pulling fish out of the water it never would have disturbed on its own. This behavior has a name: commensal foraging. The heron benefits from the mergansers' activity without helping or harming them. And the mergansers don't care. They don't need to. The heron is simply taking advantage of a situation it was smart enough to recognize. At one point, the mergansers move faster than the heron can walk, so it does what herons do. It lifts off and repositions just ahead of them, landing softly back at the water's edge. It never loses the group, and it never gives up its position. The patience of the bird is remarkable. For every minute it spends following, it earns another fish. Eventually, the mergansers moved on, and so did the heron. Not everyone on the bank was so relaxed about the heron's arrival. As it came in for one of its repositioning flights, a spotted sandpiper working the rocks along the shoreline decided it wasn't interested in being a good neighbor. That characteristic bobbing motion stops, and off it goes. Spotted sandpipers are year-round visitors to these river edges, and this stretch of the Conestoga is perfect habitat. Rocky shoreline, moving water, plenty of invertebrates, and small fish to probe for. Eventually the mergansers moved on, and so did the heron, but only as far as the nearest rock. After all that work, all that walking, all those strikes, it found a flat spot in the current and simply settled in. Great blue heron at rest is one of the most composed sights in nature. It's a good reminder that patience isn't just how a heron fishes, it's how a heron lives. Conestoga River Park never disappoints. From the mergansers working the shallows, to the sandpipers skipping the rocks, to a heron that's figured out it doesn't have to do this all alone. There's always something remarkable happening along this river, if you just slow down enough to see it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. And don't forget to keep wondering about nature. Thanks for watching.